Alright guys, welcome to another Rod Squad Retro Review. Today we're doing October 15th, 1992. That's right guys, a Sega CD. Let's do this!
Hey everybody, welcome to another Rod Squad Retro Reviews. As you can see, today we'll be discussing the Sega CD. And we love the Sega company. Sega is an awesome company. Just last week we finally got our hands on the Sega Master System. So we will be discussing and giving our thoughts on the Sega Master System after we have a little more time to sit back and really enjoy the games. Because at the end of the day, what makes a system? The games, software. But Sega company, we have to show love for Sega company. So right now we'll be discussing the Sega CD. If you're not aware now, this right now, they had several different versions of the Sega CD.
Too.
There was the first version, the first Sega CD version, actually sat under the Genesis console, and it would come out with a drawer or something, and then you would put the CD in it, and then you would be able to, it would eat the system and then load. So, but this one right now, which seems, after reading it, I actually read up on it, seems to me the most reliable one of two. This one, sometimes there was issues with defeating it, or the CDs would get
read
stuck,
the disc, or the CDs,
you know, those type of things,
stuff like that.
This one right here has an opening latch in which you would open it, and then you would go ahead and just put the CD in it, close it, the game will load, and then there you go. The other good thing about the Sega CD, and also the Sega CD, Sega wasn't the first ones that came out with the CD. It was actually the Turbo Graphics company. They came out with the Turbo Graphics CD. But when we get to that, we'll get to that. But right now we're talking about Sega. But the cool thing about these systems is not only could you play games, but back then not everybody had CDs or CD players. So here you killed two stones with one, because you were able to play music CDs at your home. And my wife loved it back then because we were all with the little tapes, compact tapes. We moved on to the future with CD, so we were able to use the Sega CD to assist us, connect it to the stereo. We had CD quality sound. Yeah! But right now, what we're going to do is just give you a little bit of a history of the Sega CD. From what I understand, we did some homework on it.
October 15th, 1992 is when it was released, and it was released with a game called Night Trap.
We'll definitely be discussing Night Trap. Seems to be a
very controversial game.
Yeah, a cult classic. But October 15th, 1992, Sega released the Sega CD add-on to the for the Sega Genesis. The main reason for it was the Super Nintendo, the Nintendo company, actually was winning. They were winning the console wars. There was a lot of issues with some Sega games when it came to graphics being grainy, sounds were always a little staticky, some of that. So with the add-on, Sega was able to bring you a new genre that came into the video games called full motion videos.
Well, motion video, guys. You know, it's a new thing.
You know, you actually were able to control some elements in movies, films. They had Cliffhanger, they had Terminator.
They had that horrible Rage in the Cage wrestling.
They had wrestling games which had full motion videos, entrances, and those type of things. But that was a new genre. It was new. It was unique. And at the time, after looking at it now, I could tell how grainy it is. Back then, I thought it was the most incredible thing I've ever seen in my life. So definitely the Sega brought us the Sega CD. So we want to show Sega some love. The other part about it we just discussed real quick. So as you can see, we have the Model 2. Here's where you would feed the CDs into the game. The game would load in after you put it in. The Genesis would sit on the side. Also, the Sega CD would have to have its own power adapter, its own power cord.
Same thing with the 32X.
The 32X too. They created the Frankenstein of game consoles.
Yeah,
when it came to
that on life support.
It was pretty crazy. But other than that, it still used the same AV wires.
Same AV wires for the Sega CD, but the Sega 32X had to have a plug. Yeah, you will plug into the Genesis itself.
It was crazy. But when we get to the 32X, we'll discuss that. But right now, we just want to go ahead. Oh, also, because it's the Sega Genesis, you never lost
the same controller.
You never lost
for all three systems.
You never lost the feeling of it. You know, you were still in something that you were comfortable with. You already were familiar with, which has helped. So that's a good thing. I like adapters for that reason. You don't change so much. Instead of getting a new system where the controllers are different and those type of things, you're playing with something that you're familiar with. But we're gonna go ahead right now, and we're just gonna discuss a few of the top Sega CD games. Our opinion.
Our picks.
Rod Squad Retro Reviews opinions.
Exactly.
Please, if you have your own thoughts on it,
let us know
leave
in
comments.
the comments.
Please.
Subscribe.
I love the comments. I love it. We look at it. We try to answer all the comments. But we're just going to go ahead and give you a quick idea of what our thoughts are. Because we have quite a few Sega CD games. Which are the best ones that we have. So we're going to start right now. Go. Well, as you can see right now, we just put in Final Fight CD. Obviously, if you know anything about the Capcom company, they really did roll out quite a few Final Fight games. They had sequels and those things. At the time, Final Fight, the best version of Final Fight
supposed to be Street Fighter 2.
We'll talk about that in a time. But Final Fight, actually, the best version at the time came out for the Super Nintendo.
Exactly.
It
only had two characters, though.
Yeah, and it only had 2 characters. They actually didn't have Guy on it. But this one, the intro,
this one has Cody, Guy, and Hagar. This is technically the arcade version on your home.
We'll go ahead and just show you some of the gameplay real quick.
Yeah.
Just
You don't want to show
no.
Alright, so let's just do this.
We're just going to go ahead right into the intro real quick. We're going to go ahead and just show you pretty much what it looks like. The graphics are awesome. The sound is awesome. Of course, now we're going to
very high
loading
load
times. But there go the 3 characters. Guy is back in it, guys. Guy, before in the Super Nintendo version, it was only Cody and Hagar. So Guy is in it.
See, Hagar's...
Loading and stuff doesn't take too long. Notice it just picked up. It picked up pretty quick.
Look, it's Dan.
Look at the graphics. Look at the sound quality. Even the sound quality. CD sound quality. Graphics.
What a great game to show the kids. Let's go out and beat the hell out of them, guys.
This is retro. This is definitely retro.
This is taking it back to the past. The original game was released in 1989, guys. It was supposed to be Street Fighter 2, but it was too far away from the first game.
For that time, I would say this is possibly the best version of the Final Fight for the game consoles. Obviously, right now you can buy this system on the PS3, on the PlayStation Network, the Xbox Network, those type of things. You know, but this one right here is possibly the best version at that time. Now, remember, we're talking about the early 90s. So,
I'm happy that's Tatsumaki Shibuya. That was really good.
But,
alright guys, so
this is Final Fight. Just give you that. We'll show you the next one.
Great game.
Alright guys, guess what? Mortal Kombat Sega CD!
My home playing field.
If you remember Mortal Monday, September 13th, 1993? 92?
Mortal Kombat 93.
I remember this commercial, but I don't know if you can see it really well. Look how grainy the FMV on this thing looks.
It's really bad, guys.
But I'm not looking at it for this, but at the time I was excited when I saw
Looking at
this.
nostalgia.
I think it actually looked better on the old televisions.
Yeah.
I think that this is a high-def television, so it'll bring it out and make it a little more grainy. The old televisions didn't have that. But just press start, we'll get right to the gameplay. Just give a quick idea on it. Let me tell you, the sound quality on the Sega CD is just awesome. It just completely brings everything out.
This is the definitive version of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
For this time.
I agree. I agree.
One main reason, guys, has blood.
Hey! As you can hear it, sound quality.
Best character of all time, Sub-Zero.
Scorpion.
No, Sub-Zero.
Scorpion.
I'm
Damn
telling
it.
you, Sub-Zero.
Damn it! Sonic says Scorpion.
Well, Tails says Sub-Zero.
That's right. Just saying Tails is just good.
Take this. Slide, damn it. Oh, God.
He freezed himself.
Get out of here, Sonic.
Sound quality, awesome. Graphics, awesome. Again, you're playing with the same controller you learned with the system.
You learn with
every game. It's just a fun game.
Oh, God. The cheesiness.
But anyway, as you can see, there goes Mortal Kombat. We're moving on to the next one.
Wait, I want to kill him.
Nah, we'll kill him another time.
Aw.
Alright Alright guys, Night Trap. This right here is a cult classic for the video game system, starring Dana Plato. If everyone remembers Dana Plato, she played the sister on Different Strokes.
I don't even know what the hell that is.
But cult classic, to be honest, I never was a big fan of this. I'm guessing just because Dana Plato was in it was, I guess, what it is.
No,
but it was the first game.
is because there's a huge controversial game.
Yeah, controversy.
This and Mortal Kombat both probably created the ESRB rating system because of the violence and the weird stuff that just
the game pretty much the gameplay is pretty much simple. What it is you go to different rooms. You got these kids who go stay together over at someone's house for a slumber party, and you have all these bad guys or something walking around, these weird-looking guys walking around and around the house. So as of right now, I'm just going to different cameras. You control the cameras. I'm looking for anybody. Right now, the game is not cooperating. I want you guys at least show you something. It's not showing anything right now.
There you go. Get it.
I have no idea how to do this.
Press B.
I moved to another place.
Get away.
He got away.
Oh well.
Anyway, the whole sense of the game pretty much is to trap the guys, because if you don't, they end up getting the kids. No one is coming out. I have no idea where anyone is, but I just wanted to show you real quick. I'm not really fond of this game. It takes a lot of time to play this game. I don't really want to do it. But the only reason it's showing, not necessarily because it's one of the best ones, but because of the controversy and how famous. We're moving on to the next one. All right, everyone. We're going to finish this up real quick because we don't want to bore you guys anymore.
No.
But we definitely want to finish off with the best. We believe the best one of all is
Sonic CD.
Sonic CD. Obviously, Sonic is the mascot for... Sonic is the mascot for Sega. And we have to finish it up. This game right here, I believe, is possibly one of the best Sonic games ever made. This game right here, the sound quality, you had a great music to it, if you can hear it. I'm trying to let you hear some of it. Speed, graphic-wise, blast processing.
Blast processing, yeah.
Mentioned blast
I think that no one knew what the hell it was. But Genesis was compatible with it.
Sonic. But Sonic CD, I think, is the best Sega CD game ever made.
It is the best.
Our opinion. Rod Squad Retro Reviews. If you have a different feeling on it, by all means, that's your.
No, I will blatantly say it's the best. But when someone needs to come out and tell me the reason why.
Just pause it. So just want to let you know that we definitely want to give a lot of love to Sonic and the Sega system, and especially the Sega CD. We'll be discussing the other systems. Like I said, we have the Sega Master System that we picked up last week.
Yep.
We definitely will give you our thoughts on that. It's great fun reliving retro, man. It's all about nostalgia. We're also going to go ahead and discuss other Sega systems, the Dreamcast, the Saturn, which we have also.
Dreamcast is my favorite.
Awesome systems. But the Sega CD released in September of 1992.
October 15th, 1992.
We showed a little bit of the games on it. Hope you guys like this. If you ever get a chance to really play it, you can't enjoy complete Sega.
The games aren't even that expensive either.
Yeah, but Sonic said Sega CD, man. We love it.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.
Like he's about to fall.